Just a random video. Kind of wanted to use a little monitor, CRT monitor, for all my computer testing and screwing around. It's just a little Samsung, I think like a 12-inch SyncMaster 500S. It's dirty, it's a little bit yellowed. There's the back panel if anybody wants to take a look at that. Manufactured in 97. Well, this thing is a lot older than it looks. It's a little dirty. It's a little crusty. There's a little bit of corrosion on the power plug, and VGA port looks a little crusty. But I've had crustier stuff actually work, so who knows? I have not done anything with this thing. Haven't tested it, don't know nothing about it. It's just in my storage of random stuff I have collected. Let's clean it up and power it up and give it a test. And see if I can use it. See if the picture's even worth using. Some of these older monitors that I've had have had just such poor, dim quality. Because they're old and tired, and that's why they were junk or in the junk pile. Or so yeah. And this is in my basement. The freezer noise is running, you know, so it'll be a noisy video. But that's okay. We're just gonna play around. It's definitely in need of a clean, which most of my stuff in storage is. Because the dirt just gets to everything. Blowing dirt. A little scratched up on the top. But as long as the front looks good, that's all that matters, right? No scratches in the screen that I can see. I haven't cleaned it up. It could have damage. That's the problem with a lot of my monitors in storage too. They were tossed around and scratched up on the front. And who wants to use a scratched up display? I don't. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, before I turn the computer on, the power is plugged in. Let's see if I can do this. Do the smoke test. Nice degaussing. Sounds like it's healthy. And we got, see, I can hardly see that, but there's, you can see it on the camera way more than I actually see it in person. Lots of gray raster, anyway. Strange that it's there. Let's turn the computer on. See if we get anything out of it. It may not. Play with the settings here. Oh, we got, there is something there. Synced to the wrong signal, apparently. I may have to use an older PC. Interesting. This monitor has a bunch of settings on the front, but it doesn't have any on-screen menu, apparently. I'm not sure how I feel about this monitor. I may not use it. Because it's not going to be able to sync up to the computer I want to use it with. I would think that it would be using a resolution this could use. Shut it off. Turn it back on. Still the same thing. So apparently not the right resolution. Well, let's try an older computer quick. See if I can get any image out of this thing. And this is a much older computer and it still doesn't sync. So this thing must have a fault. I don't know what resolution it needs. That's disappointing. I really like the shape of and small form factor. I wanted to put this on my bench in place of that. Well, darn it. There's definitely colors there getting through. Also not really impressed with the black level at all. Well, I guess we're not going to use this one. I'm going to leave it in my collection of junk in the basement for now because I'm really curious why this is so off sync. Is the cable the wrong cable? Oops, my finger got in the picture there. Is my cable the wrong cable for it? I mean, I'm just using a standard VGA cable to VGA. You think it would have all the proper stuff. Kind of a neat scramble pattern, I guess, if you're into that kind of flashiness. Alright, let's try another horrendously dirty monitor from storage. An AOC Spectrum 5G LRA maybe? Or an IRA, I'm not sure. This one actually has a physical attached VGA cable. Pretty dirty. Obviously I'll blow that out before hooking it up. Model number near, what is it on this one? I wonder if it says 1 or L. I cannot tell. 5G 1RA or an L? Is this single focus that close? I can't. You tell me, I don't know. Maybe it's an L or a 1. Anyways, October 26th, 2000. So it's definitely newer than 96. So maybe it'll be easier to sync. This one has an audio input, so it means it has a speaker somewhere. And my bet is maybe the side. Cannot tell. I don't think the front ones are speakers. No, that's circuit board. Right? Yeah, okay, there's a speaker in there. I can see it with my eye. You guys probably can't see it with the camera. There's a little black disc there. Can you see it? Yeah, there's a speaker there. So I got one on the other side for stereo, or is it just a mono rig? Yep, it's got a speaker on that side too. So yeah, dual speaker sound at least. That's good. Doesn't look to be too much moisture or rust damage on this one. I mean, that other little 12-inch powered up no problem, so this one probably will too. I do have a newer or bigger model of this same monitor, and it does have speakers in the front. Why this one has grills to look like the speakers are in the front, but it does not. There's a tiny little scratch. Not too bad. I think I can live with it. Right there. A little bit of a scratch. I think that's about it though. We'll give this one a test now. See if I have better luck. Alright, smoke test. There's a switch on the back. Is it gonna degauss? Well, that didn't do anything. Oh, there it goes. It degaussed. There is a signal or something. We'll see. There's life. Well, there was life. I guess this one's one of those Energy Star ones. Yeah, let's turn the computer on. Beep. There's a green light. I think we'll get an image, I'm sure. There we go. Boy, that's very blue. It's probably the cable. Or this one's toast too. I see some reds there. But being the menu isn't white, it's either screwed up. User color 100%. I don't know, maybe this thing is done also. There's like, It's not the cable, I don't think, either. I'm really not having any luck with these monitors. It's really sad. I'm not using a blue one, that's for sure. Contrast is 100%. Brightness, crank it up anyway. Yeah, it's definitely not. I'm gonna say the tube is done on this one. I mean, is it possible that one of the pins aren't working? I got the rocks out of there. Yeah, come on, phone. Maybe some green crusty there? I think that's just reflection. I don't think it's bad enough. Is that one pin there broke off? I can't tell. I know there's cables that, especially for older PCs, that didn't have that pin. I always thought these would work without that. See, we got more of a different color thing going on here. So there's actual red there, and there's definitely blue. Maybe I'll have to take it apart. Before I get all crazy, I'll put it on a different computer here quick. Oh, it's almost is waking up. Because it looks more blue on the camera than in person. We got more yellow-green color there. It's looking more white. Yeah, it's waking up. Alright. See, you guys won't be able to see it, but I can see the pictures kind of whooping and moving. Yeah, you guys won't be able to see it. Like I said, it looks way more blue and green on my screen than it does here. I wonder if I change color temperature. Doesn't really do much. But the colors are there because we're getting a nice white now. It's just hasn't been ran for a long time. It's not the brightest thing in the world. The camera definitely brings the brightness out. And I wish I could get the flickering down for you guys. Yeah, doesn't help. Oh, it went back to blue again. Interesting. I don't think that's a cable thing. I think that's an internal... Aha! She's got some crusties. Interesting. Because that looks normal that way. Still kind of bluish. There we go. Well, plug it into another computer and let it go into OS here. I don't have the keyboard hooked up. I guess I could. This should have Windows 98 on it. I'm gonna have to do some stuff. Sorry about the crappy camera work here. One-handed thing, plugging things in. Still is kind of bluish. Yeah. I mean, it's a nice picture otherwise. It's a shame it's not really displaying the reds very well either. Man, it is so flickery. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to change the refresh rate on the phone. Oops. Oh, look, some beagles. Some very green beagles. And this thing is way off on the whole everywhere. It's interesting how the menu is nice and white and red. You know, the camera is not syncing properly. But the computer is very blue tinted. So either the cable is not quite doing what it should, or the monitor. I'm suspecting there's some more green. Very, very, very flaky. It's not the cable. I'm not sure if it's just neck board or main board. It is very, I'm guessing the caps on this thing are pretty dried out. I don't know if I can get you to see the fluctuation in the image. Not without like a tripod. If it wasn't so dark, you can probably see it. And I can't hold still. Anyway, you'll just have to believe me, it's wobbling quite a bit. I guess we're not our little monitor. Even though this one is pretty sharp. I like the sharpness. And it has built-in sound, so I can use that. That would be nice. Could live with the bluish green, I guess. No, I think it's worthy to take it apart. Get it on the bench. Adjust some pots. Maybe it's just pots that are dirty. I can get the colors back. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it worth saving? It's got a pretty good white spot here, and it's yellowed and dirty. I really wanted a small monitor on my bench. This is why, with my testing world, I just stick with an LCD because it's small and doesn't take up much space. Oh well, what do you do? They're old. They've been sitting around for forever. This one's probably hasn't been ran since the early 2000s. That's a long time for electrolytic capacitors to dry out. Turn it off. At least there's no crackles or flyback noise. At least that I can hear, because my hearing isn't that good. And I'll try with this other computer quick, but I'm pretty sure it's an internal fault, being that it's kind of flaky. Not now, anyways. Yeah, not flaky now. Still too blue, though. Like I said, perfect whites and perfect blues. Is it just not having... Well, it should be. If it's white, that means the all three guns are working properly. Should we try number 3 with another little 12-inch CRT in my collection of dirty CRTs? The little Energy Star sticker is still intact, barely. EPA pollution preventer. Whoa. All that means is that it's a monitor that goes to sleep when there's no signal. I know because I've used a couple of these. And this may have been one I already had downstairs in my collection. This thing's old. You know, Gateway 2000 old. It doesn't have all the pins. Then full VGA cables. I don't know. I think it's limited to certain resolutions, like maybe 800 by 600. But it's probably less. I think it can do that, but I don't think it can do much more than that. Which is fine. I don't want anything humongous on my bench. Just not much labeling there. I don't know what they use, but multi-voltage at least anyway. Little degaussing switch, and you can get inside. It's got a little focus hole and a pin cushion setting here. Other than that, there's really nothing to this monitor. Now there's the label. Figured it was somewhere. Let's see here. A Semco? Sioux City, South Dakota, huh? Is there a year on this thing? Oh, there it is. Manufactured 93, November of 93. Hey. So it's definitely older, even older than my other 2 monitors that I was screwing with already. I think this one works. It's yellow. Has a nice little spot that something was stuck there, so it can fade differently, of course. I think it's got some paint splatter. I believe this is just paint. Yeah, it scrapes off my nail. So good yellowing on the bezel. And this paint on the side. Well, we'll test this one out too. Right, smoke test of the Gateway 2000 monitor. Yeah, there it went. I think I heard degaussing. Again, being an Energy Star, I'm not sure if I'll get any picture out of it without hooking up the computer first. Yep, let's turn the computer on. I don't know where the brightness and contrast is even at. There we go. It's gonna boot. That looks so much brighter in the camera. Let's see. Manual settings. Crusty settings. Oh man. Seriously wish I could get the flicker better for you guys. I think this one's a winner. 3rd time a charm with the whole monitor working. It's not going to have great resolution, like I said. It's an earlier monitor. It is a little twitchy, I see. Probably because this stuff's pretty flaky. Capacitors are old and dry. The quarter's kind of bent out. But that might be that pincushion pot in the back. Well, it switched resolution and it handled it. That's nice. This one looks so much better than that last one with the weird blue issue. Let's see here. It's kind of annoying that this is not a automatic setting monitor, and that's as wide as she goes, huh? That sucks. I think I'm only 800, 600 right on here. Yeah. Yep. We do 640 or 480. That's what this thing was designed for in its day, for sure. Again, the older 98VC can set a resolution like that. Doesn't look too bad. I could tolerate it. Brightness and contrast is all the way up though, so it's not the brightest thing in the world. The camera definitely makes it brighter than it is visually to my eyes. I do not think it'll be able to do this resolution. Oh man, I'm really surprised. What is its maxed out resolution? Because that's pretty good, other than the width. It's not going to be any more. Actually, it fills it good. It looks better than 800 by 600. I'm impressed for a 93 monitor. It's definitely not going to do that, right? Oh, keeps. That's pretty glitchy looking. So max it out. It's gonna not do this. Oh my goodness, this monitor is surprising me. You can't read any of it. It's so tiny. Wow. I'm really surprised. This one's not, right? There we go. That's its. It can't do that resolution. Found its max. So out of the 3 monitors I was screwing with, this one's been the most useful. Good color. Does pretty. Like, that's a modern resolution I can do on modern computers too. But we're gonna go back to that. Much easier to see. I guess 800 by 600 isn't too bad either. I think that's more livable and normal. There we go. Probably just have to clean this one up and use it. Let's see. Does it? Oh yeah, the pincushion definitely works. You see that curving in and out? It's too bad on 800 by 600 it doesn't quite fill the edges. It's not a bad monitor. Could be a little brighter. That would be nice. Cool. I will set it up and finish the video with it set up on where the monitor, my LCD is going to be. Right there. Yeah. I'm still not going to give up on, because it's got speakers in it and I'd kind of like to use that. It's possible that I just can't see. I don't think the tube's bad because there was a good white. And if you just had one color or the other, the white would not be white. It's something going to be with capacitors, circuit board corrosion, maybe some bad pots internally or something. I bet it's fixable. But for now, we'll just stick with this one. I think it'll work. It's got decent color, looks good. I mean, it looks way better on camera, man. In person, it's definitely not that colorful and bright. Just in case anybody's curious about this old beast. Nothing special. 16 megs RAM. Or no, 32 megs RAM. 166 Intel. No MMX, nothing fancy. I got a little Matrox horrible 3D video card in it. And sound card, what do I got? Just a Sound Blaster 16 in it. But it's been on the internet, that's where I got the picture from. Just a generic case. One that was basically left for dead, dirty junk PC in my collection, in my storage shed. Basically. Alright, get it set up and call it good. Oh yeah, I don't have it hooked up, but it's there on the bench, and that's where it's gonna be. And I'll use it for future computer testing, and the resolution on this thing actually blows my mind. That it can do so many different resolutions for such a small monitor. And these all are 14-inch monitors. I didn't have a tape measure at the time when I first decided to do these videos. So yeah, they're all little 14s. And we'll come back to the other one as maybe a repair video or a tinker video. It may just be too far gone, but I don't know. I think it'll be, I could probably fix that one. The AOC monitor I'm talking about. I think it's savable. The other one's going to be an interesting, I don't know if I can repair that or not. I'm just not too technical minded in CRT circuits and functionality to figure out that sync problem. I put it back into storage for now. I think I'll just leave this one here and use it, and if I feel like tearing apart the other one and adjusting some things to see if that fixes the problem, or see what the little, I call it flakiness of something is, connection, loose connection somewhere. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys now.